The Seattle Seahawks are releasing Tyler Lockett after 10 seasons with the team. No-brainer move. His production has definitely dropped off the last couple of years, and with JSN emerging as potentially the next superstar wide receiver, it just makes too much sense to make this move. This move gives the Seattle Seahawks $17 million in salary cap relief for this upcoming offseason. Lockett was expected to make $18.8 million in 2025. He's 32, played 10 seasons with the Hawks. They grabbed him in the third round of the 2015 draft, and he's only missed 3 regular season games during his whole NFL career. So despite his size, definitely an Iron Man. And since joining the Seahawks in 2015, just been a beast. Was a beast for so long, man. And, there's a lot of wear on the tires. Obviously not in the injury department, but just father time. I'm curious to see what sort of juice he has left in the tank. He was a beast with Russell Wilson for so long, and I'm sure all Seahawks fans are very thankful for his service, and I'm sure they all understand that they had to make this move. He posted 4 consecutive 1,000-plus yard receiving seasons from 2019 to 2022. In total, he had 8,594 receiving yards and 61 touchdowns in 161 NFL games. So, pretty good numbers there indeed, man. And like I said, he's not the same player as he once was just due to father time. Definitely still an NFL caliber player. Excited to see where he goes. And as far as the Seahawks go, JSN, if you're into fantasy football, definitely be drafting him going forward for the next couple years. Honestly, he reminds me of Justin Jefferson a lot. He feels like Justin Jefferson's little brother. If he takes a big step, I don't think he'll be his little brother anymore. I just think he'll be his brother. But, I think this dude could easily be a top 10 wide receiver in the league. And he finally gets to be a wide receiver 1. And speaking of being a wide receiver 1 in Seattle, apparently DK Metcalf has requested a trade out of Seattle. Officially, he's in the final year of his contract. And the reason why he is requesting a trade is because the Seahawks are unwilling to pay him on what he thinks he deserves. Apparently he wants $40 million a season. He thinks he should be up there with Justin Jefferson and Jamar Chase. I definitely disagree with that, but at the same time, the NFL is a business, and sometimes you have to look out for yourself, and that's what he's doing here, playing on the last year of his contract, so it's a bit risky. He wants to get locked up, so hypothetically, if he gets hurt this year, he won't get screwed over in the next offseason. Because if he plays on the final year of his contract and he has a mediocre season or he gets hurt early on, that will greatly affect his contract going into the 2026 season. So I totally get it from his perspective. It's just good insurance to not play when you only have 1 year left on your contract, especially when you're a top 30 wide receiver in this league. So I can't really blame DK Metcalf for just trying to look out for himself and trying to do what's best for him and the people he cares about. But yeah, apparently the Seahawks want a first and a third round pick, according to multiple reports, for DK Metcalf. That's crazy. That is definitely crazy. I would not trade a first-round draft pick for DK Metcalf. I would not trade a second-round draft pick for DK Metcalf. I'd maybe do a 3 and a 4, or maybe just a 3, depending on how desperate I am for a wide receiver. Like, if I'm the Patriots, sure, take my 3rd and maybe my 4th, or maybe like a 3rd and a 5th. That makes sense. But, yeah, man, a first-round pick for DK Metcalf, that would be such a bad trade. That'd be such a bad trade. But you let me know what you think about that in the comments down below. Now back to Tyler Lockett. I feel like sky is the limit for him. He'll have a bunch of suitors. A lot of people comment on X and whatnot I'm seeing a lot of Bills. I'm seeing a lot of Chiefs. Maybe the Eagles. Maybe the Colts. Who knows? Free agency is a time where players tend to get overpaid. I'm curious to see what his contract will be like. I'm not sure if he has a good agent or not. I'm not sure if he wants to play for a contender or if he just wants to get paid one last time. I would imagine he would want to get paid one last time, but you never know. Maybe he wants to go out and try to win a Super Bowl at the tail end of his career here. So I definitely see the Chiefs as an option if he wants to go that route. Makes a lot of sense in my opinion. Maybe the Houston Texans as well. They're looking for another wide receiver. Stephon Diggs is going to test out the free agency market, so maybe Tyler Lockett, CJ Stroud. I can see that happening. Maybe Tyler Lockett in Buffalo. Josh Allen. I like that move a lot. But you let me know where you want to see Tyler Lockett go. If I had to make a choice where I would want to see him play, it's tough. I mean, I would say the Buffalo Bills, but Tyler Lockett isn't the biggest guy, and they already have Shakir there. So I feel like the Bills need to add a bigger wide receiver, but that's just me. I think him on the Rams would be fun. You know, just another wide receiver for that room. Puka, Tyler Lockett, Matt Stafford. I think that works for me. Maybe he would want to get back at Seattle, even though I don't think he feels that way. He seems like a pretty nice, chill dude. But still, you get to stay on the West Coast. Makes a lot of sense. And I'm sure the Rams may be interested in him. They've seen him a lot over the past, 10 years of his career. So there should be mutual interest there. So yeah, I think I want to see Tyler Lockett on the Rams. You let me know where you want to see him go. And where do you think DK Metcalf is going to go? Green Bay, Buffalo, Houston. Apparently Houston is interested in acquiring DK Metcalf. Also, LA Chargers. LA Chargers are actually really interesting. I feel like I would want to see DK go to LA just because I know DK's a good wide receiver. He's a top 25, top 30 wide receiver in this league. But I really want to see him with a pretty good quarterback in Justin Herbert. And I want to see if he could actually back himself up. And he'll have an opportunity to do that in LA. He's the wide receiver one. He has Justin Herbert. You only have Ladd McConkey and Quentin Johnson there, to take away your targets. So he'll be the true 1A there. And if he really is that guy, he has a monster season, then sure, give him $40 million a year. But I think I'd want to see that the most. But also, DK Metcalf in Buffalo makes a lot of sense. And who knows, like Houston, you have Nico Collins, DK Metcalf. That's a pretty elite wide receiver group right there. But lots of possibilities. I don't know if they're going to trade him or not because first and a third round pick for DK Metcalf is insane. But we'll have to see, man. Let me know what you think about Tyler Lockett, the Seahawks, DK Metcalf, and everything else in between. If you made this far, please subscribe, like the vid, and help out your boy a ton. That's all I got for right now. Peace.
You've got to give the coaches a lot of credit for putting the players in excellent position.
The Jets snap it at the 31. Morris off the left side. Tackle's made, and that'll move the chains.
Is a very smart runner. He knows situations in the game. He saw the first down yard markers, and what does he do? He gets past them and picks up the first down.
Scrambling out of the pocket. The defense gets the sack.
When you're a corner, you can take some chances when you know your defense can sack the quarterback without blitzing. Good job that time by the defensive front.
The Jets have it at the 29. Trying to power his way right up the middle.
Well, if you're the offensive coordinator here in a third and long situation and you're winning a close game, you'd like to pick this up. But also, you got to make sure you call a play that doesn't put the offense at too much risk. Tough call coming up here for the coordinator.
Quigley will be called on now to punt the football. full bounce this time as it's headed to... The Jets didn't get much out of that last drive, so now here they come again on offense. I'm sure they're going to be a little bit more of an urgency to the offense this time.
Well, I'll just say this to you, Jim Nance. I sure hope so. After that last drive, that was just in there. Wasn't very well thought out, and they got to change what they're doing on the offensive side.
Got to give that defense a little credit, though, don't you?
Well, yeah, the defense did its job, but that was pretty easy.
And Phil, you look at this offense right